Today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
She has sold her soul to death himself. She's going to bring all of hell with her.
What you'll learn now in 300, The Rise of an Empire, is how Xerxes became the God King.
It's definitely more of an insight into how this battle started and how it came about. There is the mention of the Spartans, and obviously, some of them do return. So you see more of the setup of that compared to the first one, and actually sort of more detail of the history as to why this battle came about.
And as the God King stood before his people, Artemisia watched her flawless manipulation take shape.
For glory's sake, for vengeance' sake. War!
I did a bit of research on the battles and on my character Artemisia, because Artemisia really existed. She's a bit different though in this film, but she was quite an amazing character.
She's smart, she's ruthless, and she has a sword. So it's really simple, just don't mess with her. And I think really that's what it's about. It's about creating this woman who is non-apologetic.
She's the baddie, but I love playing kind of, evil characters. It's always more interesting. Evil characters, but who are complex and have a reason to behave in such a way.
The Greeks actually murdered her family and drive her passion to rid the world of all of us. But that's the great thing about this film. There's a real strong story as to how this all happened and how this came about, what drives these characters to do what they do and to battle each other.
This Themistocles has shown himself to be quite brilliant in battle, which is more than I can say for any of you. Do you gentlemen find my command unreasonable? Is it too much to ask for victory?
Themistocles is a classic modern guy in many ways. He comes from lower class, he is sophisticated, he's a warrior, he's sexy, he's good looking, he fought, he's got his props, he knows how to do that, but he's a politician. So he's a complex character in that sense.
And what's actually interesting is when she meets Themistocles, she's a bit disturbed. He turns out to be so fierce, and she comes to admire him, and she becomes obsessed with possessing her arch enemy, and she will do anything to bring him to her side. But things don't go really as planned.
It's not a prequel nor a sequel. This film is taking place at exactly the same time as the first one.
But it's from a different perspective. It's from a different size. It's as if you zoomed out and extended it left and right. And then you go, so you really have a way to look at that event, the 300 event, the Hut Gates, in a completely different context.
It has a dialogue with the first movie, but it's a new story. It's a fresh story with fresh characters. It's completely action-packed, like the first one, and it has a different look because now the action takes place in an entire different field of battle.
A wind has blown across Greece.
A wind of vengeance.